Welcome to the Launch to Six podcast, a podcast about how you can launch your online business from 0 to 6 figures in 24 months or less, regardless of your prior experience. Now, here's your hosts.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Launch to Six podcast. As promised from our last podcast, we're going to be chatting to you this episode about paid ways of growing your list. And as we discussed before, it is so important to have a list in your business. It is one of the biggest assets that you will ever own. It is your little black book on steroids. It is the digital asset that keeps on giving. So we chatted about ways in which to store and hold and manage your list. We chatted about free organic ways to grow your list. This week, we're going to be chatting about how to pour petrol on the fire, how to blow it up. And I'm here with Tom. Mate, this is something you've been so excited about to chat. I mean, where to start, mate? Where would you go?
Well, I would say for me, when I started, I started with the free strategies. And I remember in January 2015, I didn't know anything about paid ads. So paid media, they call it. I didn't know anything about paid ads. I thought you needed loads of money to start. But what I realized is you didn't need that much money, because the concept is the whole goal here is if you could turn $1 or whatever currency you have in, and you can put $1 into the machine, which is advertising, and you can get that dollar out or more as quickly as possible within 24 hours, 72 hours, maybe 7 days, how many dollars would you put in? And when I understood that concept, and it's not a new concept, it's been around for a long time, and I understood that, I went, okay, that makes sense. And how do I do it? That's when I realized how you do it. You need what's called like a funnel, like a machine that gets someone from a stranger to a paying customer, and you do it profitably, meaning that for example, let's just say you put $1 in. I say to you right now, give me $1, and in 3 months, 90 days, I'll give you 5 back. How many dollars would you give me?
Yeah, so it's always a great question to put through, and this is ultimately what paid marketing, the machine,
and that's the concept. Yeah,
that's the concept.
Thomas. That's the big overview. We don't just do it because we want to be fancy or we want lots of people to see us. The key thing, yes, there should be a premise of you always want to help people and make sure your product's incredible, but you also you're in capitalism. You need to make profits. So
absolutely, once you serve more people.
Yeah, exactly. You keep your business as lean as possible, really lean. You may be a VA or just yourself, or maybe some commission-based people. And then what you do is your main, it's not a cost, it's an investment into the investment in the stock markets, average 6 or 7% returns. Bitcoin's obviously being freaky, but when you look at, real estate, 11 or 10-11% returns, which is amazing. But with your own business, the reason why people have made so much money over the years is from their own business. And then they take that capital and put it into like property and stocks. But the business, you can't get returns anywhere else than from marketing. That's why McDonald's is so successful. The reason why they're so big is they have dialed it down to a science. And you don't need to be as big as them, but you can model what they do. They know when they get you through the door, they are going to break even on their marketing spend, on their advertising. And then when they do an upsell, they are going to make their profit, which is, do you want fries of that? Do you want a milkshake? That's where they make their profit. So imagine you've got a product. You've got a product, which is a book. You're selling a book. It's $10 an ebook. You sell it for, $8. I've used this funnel myself. $8. And then it costs you about, I don't know, $40 to get a book sale. So you're going, Tom, I've only made $8 and I've spent $40 to get that customer. But when they buy the book, on the next page, you've got an upsell for $97. On the next page, you've got another upsell for $297, a product suite. And you, let's just say worst case, you break even on that. So you spend $100, you make $100. Well, you've got customers that you can sell more products to. You've got leads, and that's just one funnel. And once you realize that you're building this is what they really need to understand. This is what makes it exciting. When you realize you can build a database of people, a list for essentially free, you're trading money with Mark Zuckerberg or the Google guys. They're giving you customers. You're building your list for free, essentially, and then you can keep selling them. I know some guys, I'll keep names. I've been in masterminds and stuff. They've built their list to 1 million people a year.
That's crazy.
1 million
isn't it?
people a year. 1 million people on their list. I mean, but you don't need that, guys. You can go to that level, but I had a list of 17,000 people at its max, active subscribers, brought in over $2 million. You don't need a huge list, but bigger the better. Yes, if you're providing quality. And for me, in terms of a tactic, I'll just give them 2 tactics. Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook own Instagram, so you can run, if you go to Ads Manager, and you can play with a Facebook ad before you ever spend any money. So if people want to get used to it, you can do that, or go to the Launch to Six forum in the community, Facebook community, and then and we can just show you how this stuff works and stuff. And if you want to join one of our courses, it goes in much more detail. But you can get an ad up pretty quickly. But you do need to understand the funnel between putting $1 in and getting $1 out, because once you do that, what you do is you know everything after that is pure profit. It's absolute pure profit, and that's you're netting that, because where does money go in business? It either goes offices. We don't have offices. Then if it's not office buildings, it's employees. You don't have employees, so you keep the profit, right? And I really think if people get that, like I did, Thomas, like you get, and like we understand within our business, you know how exciting it is. You start to, it's called paid to play. And you can start getting 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, which is $1 million a year. And you can probably have margins in an online business I'm going quite tactical here, going quite quick. But you can probably have margins of about 40%, 50%.
Yeah. And plus,
more.
Because you are running, because of the leanness of the business. I mean, we're not even talking about, we've digressed ever so slightly, but yeah, there is the ability to then scale and grow simply because of the fact that you're running on a profit margin that is no longer, say, I mean, here's a fact for you, Tom, right? Shipping, they generally run, and don't quote me on this, but they generally run about 5% or even less profit margin. Yes. Which is crazy.
Same hotels run on about 7 to 10%.
Absolutely 7 to 10%. Crazy. And you think, wow. I mean, obviously, this is why there are no, very few small startup shipping companies. It just doesn't exist because they're all big established companies.
Well, think about this, Thomas. People go, business isn't for me. They focus on jobs, which, let's be honest, right now, jobs are not safe at all, because the businesses are reliant. They're very heavy capital intensive businesses. But with this business, in terms where, risk always comes out of money, right? Everyone's like, I don't want to risk money. There's no money in, because with marketing, you're not starting off with $100,000 budget. If you have more money, then let me be honest. If you follow this funnel and you got some loans, or you got some capital, or people invested, then you can grow a lot faster. Let's just be real. You can get to 6 figures a year pretty quick compared to someone that might be only starting with a few grand. Yeah. But I started with just $5,000 on a credit card, and I grew. I turned the 5. I made it back, and then I made about 5 or 10 grand profit. I took 40% of my revenue, put it back into the business, and I kept gradually growing, but I was following a proven formula. As get rich quick and cheesy as that sounds, ad spend, there's a formula to be able to recoup ad spend. And you do that, really, you have to have a product, if you're going to do that, around about $1,000. If you have a $500 to a $2,000 product, what you can do, or an affiliate product, you can grow a lot faster just because it's a higher ticket, so you can recoup your ad cost. But people go, oh, so if I spend 10 grand this month and I only make 10 grand, that sucks. Really? Because next month you're probably going to make about another 15,000 profit.
So
you know what I mean? Like, that's the power of that.
Here's another point to be made, I think, Tom, is a lot of people, when you talk about these numbers, and especially if you're new to online marketing, it's sort of a bit freaky going, oh, I'm throwing X out and X out. Here's a point that I'd like to make, is the fact that the cycle of money in, money out is a lot faster in online marketing than it is in more traditional business.
Oh, I mean, way faster.
My background, is very much around property investing. And I built a small portfolio, and we're still growing that and all the rest of it. But I have never seen speed of return as I have with online marketing. And yes. I mean, we own, quite a few houses, quite a few properties, and does not perform in the same way. Very different asset class. And guys, if you own property, I love property, but nothing performs in the same manner. And it is
in terms of cash on cash returns, your own business is the best.
And no, absolutely.
For
In terms of
returns.
cash on cash, now there's a difference. This is a business, there's a difference here. So I'm going to make that very clear. But yeah, it's that speed of turnaround. So I mean, we've gone all over the place with the topic, but I'm loving it. I hope you guys listening are loving this too. But how would you, in a step-by-step guide to somebody going, right, I've done the organic marketing, I've got a few leads, I've made my first $1 online, I want to use paid marketing. Step by step, how would you start that? How would you go for that, mate?
Yeah, no, good point. Well, I would start with Facebook ads and begin there. So I would start becoming familiar with Facebook ads. Like I said, our course and our free stuff goes deeper into that because you need to share the screen and things. But I would start with that. I would practice Facebook ads. I would target people. I would create an avatar of who you're targeting, and I would start small. Just start with $10 a day. Start with 5 different interests. $5 to $10 a day. Just start small. Get some data. Make sure that you're building that and have a little goal. So I recommend what I would do is I would do 2 types of funnels: a video funnel that sells your products, like a simple, 2-step video funnel, or you do like a little webinar funnel, or a cheat sheet giveaway. So here's a free cheat sheet, and then you email them every day for 7 to 14 days, and you sell your product.
Yeah,
you can probably get a lead for around about $4 to $7 a lead. So one human being on your list is about $4 to $7. Remember what we said, over a year, you can probably turn that lead into about $15. So a lot of people go, well, what about I don't know of uncertainty. Trust me, if you're building a list, you're going to be able to sell to that list. You can broker affiliate products. You can do many, many different things. Yeah. You can do many, many things. I want to make this point because people will fail on because they won't build the list. They look at all these big guys and they go, how are they doing it? Well, if you had a list of 10,000 people, you never have to work again because you can keep selling to that list.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think
that makes sense. So it's super powerful.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, check out the Launch to 6 forum. Do reach out. Do come say hi and come and grab some more content with us. Tom, any final words to sort of wrap up as we go forwards, or what are your final thoughts for the guys who are just getting started around that first paid bit of marketing?
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty powerful. I would start off with Facebook. That was the one source. I would master that. I would get to good profitability on that. And I'll just start mastering that. Just take our concept that we've taught here, the one concept of Facebook ads, and make sure you understand you don't do Facebook because it's cool. You do it to turn $1 into $3, $4, $5, $10. That's what it's about. It's not about gambling. It's about investing with the right funnel. And let's be honest, you need training on this. And I do recommend for free, go to Launch to 6 forum. We'd love to help you. We love this stuff. So we want to help you guys succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. No, awesome. Lovely. Guys, catch us on the next episode and take care.
Take care, guys. Leave a review, comment as well.
Take care. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
All right.